Hey guys, it's Michael, and today I'm here to do my wrap-up for the National Library Week Readathon. I think I did pretty well. I completed all the challenge actually, so I'm really proud of that. So let me wrap everything up for you. The first book that I read was The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. The reason why I wanted to get this book was because it is super hyped right now. I mean, a lot of people are really reading it. And I don't think it deserves the hype. To be honest, I wasn't really into it. I thought it was like, okay. It wasn't... what's the right word? It didn't meet my expectations. It was like, okay. And then towards the end, it got really just like, okay, The twist wasn't that great, and if you paid really close attention, it was kind of obvious. I was just like, okay, come on now. And also, the girl had amnesia, and I was just like, ugh. One of my things that I hate is when amnesia is just used like, so that way we can propel the story, and it really didn't add anything. I mean, she just happened to forget because she was just drunk, and that was it. So I don't have that much to say about it because I thought it was just mediocre. My expectations weren't met at all, and I thought it was just like, it's more of like a 2.5 out of 5 stars for me. But the next book that I read was Wonder by R.J. Palacio. This book right here, this book deserves all the hype because I thought it was amazing. I really, really love this book. I think the reason why it's really great and really universal is that it speaks like with a common theme about not feeling belonging, and how each one of us has moments where we feel as though we just don't fit in, and like even though as you're an adult you still have those moments. And I'm not gonna lie, the moment right here in this book, what really got me, there's a lot of moments here where it was really sad, and I think the ending speech that the principal gives is incredible. It was amazing. I was so into it, but I was pleasantly surprised because I knew the minimum basis of this book, which is basically we follow August's point of view, but I didn't know that it actually changes, which was really surprising. When there was this scene, it was so sad. He asked his mom why does he have to be ugly, and the feels, you guys, the feels. But yeah, I recommend this book. 5 stars out of 5. I've really enjoyed it. The next book that I finished was a graphic novel, which was The Joker, The Death in the Family. Oh, this book was bloody. I mean, there was so much blood. It was awesome. It's basically a collection of different comic books dealing with the Joker, and it changes perspectives. And what's really great about it is that the stakes are really high by the end. Here you get to see Joker as like, he is really evil. I mean, he's a really villainous villain in this book. I mean, he does things that, oh, I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. The ending, the last, like the conclusion wasn't, it was kind of anticlimactic almost compared to the rest of the other as it builds up, because the build-up is really, really cool. Just the different characters interacting with the Joker, and then you're seeing his plans is really great. The art changes, the style changes depending on which comic book we're looking at, and I think that was really cool because you got to it was kind of like a surprise on each one. It kind of changes during each one, but I really enjoyed it. I gave this 4 stars out of 5. The next book that I finished was The Strain by David Lampon, Mike Huddleston, and Dan Jackson. At best, this book was, it was okay. It wasn't, like, this is one of those books where it wasn't nothing to rave about, but it wasn't like, wow. The creature designs though are really cool, and this is super bloody and super, super gory. I mean, it was kind of cool. The thing I always have problems with is sometimes in comic books, this one didn't do it though, that's why I enjoyed it, but this one, sometimes when it switches, like when you go from panel to panel, it's weird. Like, it doesn't, there should have been a panel between that panel. Like, some of the action scenes were a little bit like it wasn't even almost, like there should have been an extra panel there or something, because the action wasn't conveyed all the way. But again, like I said, the creature design was really cool. It was super violent. I do not recommend this for kids. Super violent. Like, it was really violent. I feel though like the characters weren't developed enough, and a lot of them were just like caricatures, and it was just so yeah, I gave this 2 out of 5 stars. I actually listened to an audiobook and I finished it, which is really great because it's actually my first audiobook that I've ever finished. Ever. Like, ever. Which I'm really proud of. The #1 Ladies Detective Agency by Alexander McCall Smith. This book was awesome. Don't let the title fool you, or the cover per se, because I thought it was just gonna be like a full-on mystery novel, but I was pleasantly surprised that it was actually like vignettes almost. Yeah, this one deals with this woman named Precious okay, I'm gonna try to pronounce this correctly. Ramotswe? Oh my god, I forgot how she pronounced it. But the audiobook was so good because since this book is done in like almost vignettes, like I mean everything gets connected, but it's connected because you start off from the beginning of the agency to the end. Well, to this part, there's a second book, but to the end of this part. I think it was great because then I could just stop literally right there and then go to the next chapter like for the next day, and it was kind of like starting all over again. I didn't have to, it wasn't like one continuous story, and I thought that was really great because I think that helped me, like I think it was really easing me into audiobooks because now I kind of want to listen to more, which is great. What I really enjoyed about this was the main character, Ramawatse. I know I'm saying that wrong, and I'm so sorry. But I just really liked her as a character. She's really smart, of course, because she's a detective, though. It was also like, the tone of the book is really lighthearted and just funny at some points, and just there were some moments where it was really smart, like not just her being smart, but just how Smith handles the characters. She fit right into this universe, well, in in this universe, in this storytelling, and I just really enjoyed it. She's kind of like your aunt that's you really love. When she comes over to your house, you know she's just gonna be the life of the party, and I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was awesome. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, but I thought it was great. I highly recommend it. And then the next book that I finished, and I think this is probably moment of silence. One of the best books I've ever read in my life. It was simply amazing. That's I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. Moment of silence, you guys. This book was incredible. Incredible. I'm telling you right now, read this book if you have not read it. I enjoyed it so much. I think this is only her only non-poetry book. It's basically an autobiography of her when she was a child and some of her teenage years, but majority of it is of her being a child. The first half of it is done with her being a kid. Now, I think this book was amazing, but let me tell you a little flaw that I kind of felt was that during the second half, it was a little choppy compared to the first half. I mean, the first half, I was like, it was moving really smoothly, and I was so intrigued. And her life is really interesting. There is a trigger warning on this. This does have rape. I'm gonna talk to you about the best part of this book, which is the writing. I feel like if Maya Angelou wrote a book about how to make cereal, like pouring the milk and pouring the cereal, it would be amazing. Like, she is up there with Toni Morrison. It was this book was so good. Just the way she describes how she was feeling. It's obvious that she has a poetry background, but that really conveys in just the way she's building this, how she's building her life, and she's telling you what happened. It works amazingly. Just her word choice is that's so good. And I felt like I got to know every person around her growing up, like her well, she calls her mother, but that's her grandma. Oh my gosh, she just seemed like a great person in general. Her relationship with her brother, I completely understood their the way they connected, and I loved, my favorite part is definitely when she brings up the topic of Miss Flowers, which is basically the woman that made her love literature even more, which was amazing because I was really surprised how far back this went. Like I I didn't think it was gonna be in that during that time period, before even World War II, which was awesome to read about. I also like, while I think this book is great and it's really short, I read this in a couple of days, I kind of wanted more. This book is between that point where you can't stop reading it, but you don't want to read it because you know it's gonna be over soon, and it's so short, and I wish it was longer. I want more. I want to know more about her. Now I definitely need to pick up her poetry. Let me talk to you about the second half. The second half, after they leave Stamps, Arkansas, when they moved to San Francisco, like the transition wasn't as smooth. No lie, the last 5 chapters, like the last 5 pages, and I mean pages, something happened to her, and I was like, I was reading this in Starbucks, and I let out a gasp. Like I was like. Because I didn't know that happened. I don't know that much about her life, and when that happened, I was like, but yeah, I highly recommend this book, and I think it's definitely going to be up there with my favorites, not only this year, but definitely moving on. This book is up there with Gilead. That's how good it is. Like, it was amazing. I highly recommend it. Go read it. Let me just talk about my overall thought of the readathon. I thought it went great. To be honest, I was gonna record this yesterday. This is Tuesday now, but I was gonna record this during Monday, but Love and Hip Hop Atlanta came on, so there's that. I mean, I checked out The Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm on disc 4, so there's that. So I'm moving along through it. I might have to renew it because at the pace that I'm reading it, well, listening to it, I might not finish in time. But yeah, overall, I thought the readathon went really great because, I mean, how many books did I read? Oh, 5 books and 1 audiobook? 6 books in a week? A1. I think that's really great. So yeah, let me know if you did this readathon and how successful you are, because I'm really excited to watch the videos for it. But other than that, I'll see you guys till later. Bye! So I just wanted to let you know that I got the new Toni Morrison. I'm a little bit into it. It's really short, but oh my god, it's so good so far.